The screen is visible to you all.
Sir, only showing present in. Yes, now it's visible.
Okay, so any confusion in Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals? You try to mug it up. Any confusion in this? Any difficulty?
Sir, no doubt, but we have to remember that all the things that is we need to practice
Yeah,
more.
yeah. At least if you will revise it 5, 6 times, if you will just slightly reduce, for example, this is actually very easy to mug up. Just you will take from the 13. 13 is climate action. 14 is aquatic ecosystem, 15 is terrestrial ecosystem, 16 is peace, and 17 is partnership for the goals. Means everyone should participate. From 13 to
Excuse me,
17,
sir.
it's very easy. Yeah.
Your voice is breaking.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, now also it's breaking.
No, sir.
Now it's fine.
Okay, so from 13, it's very easy to remember. 13 is climate change, 14 is for aquatic ecosystem, 15 is for terrestrial ecosystem, 16 is for peace, and 17 is for partnership. 16 means there will be peace among all the countries, and 17 is partnership, like big countries will favor small countries. It's like that. So 13 to 17, it's very easy. Similarly, you can just break down 1 to 6. 1 is poverty, second is hunger, third is health, four is education, fifth is gender equality, and sixth is clean water and sanitation. So like by breaking it down, you can easily remember 1 to 6, 7 to 12, and 13 to 17. Again, 1 to 6, first is poverty, second is hunger, third is health, fourth is education, fifth is gender equality, sixth is clean water and sanitation. Now, the most important is seventh and 13th. 13th is climate action, the deteriorating climate, the changing climate. It needs to be uh, given special attention. So seventh is affordable and clean energy. So whenever you will get a question regarding we should promote solar energy, we should promote wind energy, we should not use fossil fuel, it will always be related to seventh goal, clean and affordable energy. So seventh and 13th are most important. Next, 8 to 12, these all are related to industries. Anyhow, these all are related to industries and economics. So by this, you can remember 1 to 6, these are basic needs. 7 is energy. 8 to 12 are related to our industrialization, our finance. And 13 to 15, these are related to ecosystem, and 16 and 17 are related to communication between whole worlds. So by this, you can remember, just revise it again and again. I tried to um, help you with some tricks, so you can apply these tricks, and by breaking these down into 6, and at last 5, you can easily remember this. Okay, is anyone is there who remember all of these 17th sustainable goals and all the millennium development goals? Is anyone is there?
Sir, I did it till 10, like reduce inequalities. उसके बाद मेरा ऐसा याद नहीं हो रहा है, but I will do that.
Okay, till 10th it's like difficult, but after 13 it's very easy. Climate, then aquatic ecosystem, terrestrial, up to 10. If you remember up to 10, it's very good. Now just remember 11 and 12. After 13 it's very easy, and it's like in a systematic way. Okay, very good. So please try to remember all of these sustainable development goals, millennium development goals, how many countries were there, and from which year it started, and these goals are set up to which year. These all are point are very much important. And in environment, as I already told you, it's very difficult to complete whole environment. The question is always out of the syllabus. So if you are getting some topic from where question can be there, the high possibility is there. So please don't skip don't that topic. Try to remember this. Okay, next topic, pollution, environmental issues, and in this we will discuss pollution. So pollution is none another other than any undesirable change in physical, chemical, biological characteristic of air, land, water, and soil. Physical characteristic. What is physical characteristic? For example, air is now very pure, but after some time, some dust particle are now present in air. So physically, the uh, we can say physically the structure or the composition of air now got changes. Now physically some particles are there. Chemically, how undesirable change will be there. Some gases that are not good for us, their composition will increase. Some chemical will increase in the air, land, or water, or soil. So this is chemical undesirable change. What is biological undesirable change?
सर बायोलॉजिकल में फिजिकल नहीं आएगा क्या?
हाँ, बायोलॉजिकल में एक्चुअली ये होगा सारा एक जैसा ही, लेकिन पर्सपेक्टिव चेंज हो जाएगा। हम हाँ, फिजिकल का मतलब होगा बस उसका कंपोजिशन चेंज करेगा। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल वेट, प्रेशर, these all are physical changes. Chemical means change in chemical composition. हाँ, yes. Okay. Now, how undesirable change in biological characteristic? Undesirable change in biological. Okay, your voice is not clear. You can write, other can just read it out. Okay.
And yes, sir, and my voice is not clear and also.
Okay, my voice is also not clear.
No, sir, yours are clear. Levalika ma'am, I think you are getting sir's voice late. You can rejoin.
Okay. So what are biological undesirable change? First, please remember this term undesirable. Undesirable means which we are not doing it intentional. So it's undesirable. We don't want it. So what is biological undesirable change? Presence of some microorganism, presence of some microbes. For example, a landfill is there. So if you will go there, there will be lots of microbes, there will be lots of microorganism, lots of bacteria, lots of virus, which should not be supposed to be there. So this is biologically undesirable change. So what actually pollution is? Pollution is undesirable change in air, land, water, or soil. For example, air pollution. So what is air pollution? Any undesirable change in physical characteristic of air, chemical characteristic of air, and biological characteristic of air. This is pollution. Now, what are pollutants? agents that cause pollution. If any gas is causing pollution, it is pollutant. If dust particles are causing pollution, those are pollutants. Okay. Next, let's talk about air pollution and its control. So, what are the main cause of air pollution? Particulate and gaseous air pollutants from smokestack of thermal power plants, smelters, etc. Pollutants from automobile. So, two main source of pollution. Two main source of pollution are particulate. What are particulate?
Don't know, sir.
Okay, gaseous. You know, gaseous air
So
pollutants mean
particles from
small. Yeah, small particles. Now see, two types of pollutants are there. Gaseous air pollutants mean any gas which is not good for us. For example, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. These are gaseous air pollutants. One is particulate air pollutants. Particulate means small particle. Now imagine you are breathing in a air in which small particles are present. So your respiratory system will, after some time, will filled by those particulates with those small particle. So if you are living near an industrial area, you might have seen like from this chimney gases, they eliminate gases from this chimney, and with these gases some particulate or particles also gets eliminated. For example, if you are burning wood, there will be some gas, so it is gaseous air pollutant, and at the end ash will be there, and with air the ash will also went to the environment, went to the atmosphere. So that is particulate. Particulate means again small particle from smokestack of thermal power plant, smelters, etc. And other is pollutants from automobile. So these are major cause of air pollution. First one is thermal power plants or any industry, and second is automobiles. According to CPCB, please remember the full form of this Central Pollution Control Board. The particulate size less than 2.5 mm in diameter cause greatest harm to human health. See, particulate size which is less than 2.5 micrometer in diameter cause greatest harm to human health, and those particulates which are having size which are having greater size than this, they are most likely or they are unlikely to reach our respiratory system, reach our lungs, so they will not cause harm. But these particulate having very small size will directly go to our lungs, and in our lungs there is no system of cleaning, there is no system of if something reaches our lungs, there is no system of taking it out. It's very difficult. So once these particulate will reach to our lungs, it will cause infection slowly. So please remember this. Harmful effect of air pollution. As you all know, there are many effects of air pollution: respiratory problems, irritation, inflammation, damage to lungs, and premature death. The most fortunate thing, reduction in growth and yields of crops, and premature deaths of plants. So it's not only affecting the uh, animals, it's also affecting the plants. And in plants, you can easily see the effect of pollution. And one more plant, or not exactly plant, I was telling you about lichen. So lichen or lichens, these are organism, and in this algae and fungi are in a mutual relationship. So whenever pollution will increase, the species of lichen will decrease, and in many areas now you cannot see lichens or lichen. So air pollution is not only affecting us but also affecting the plant itself. Now, classification of air pollutants. How we can classify various air pollutants. So we can classify on the basis of source of emission, physiochemical characteristic, and effect of life process. Now see, classification is always done on some basis. For example, some students are sitting in the class. I can classify in many ways. First, I can classify state-wise. So the basis of classification will be state, from which states you are. We can make two, three groups. Some are from Haryana, some are from Delhi, some are from West Bengal, some are from Tamil Nadu. So by this we can classify. I can classify on the basis of gender, male and female. I can classify on the basis of uh, height, like smaller than 150 centimeter, greater than 150 centimeter. So classification you can do on any basis. So on three bases we will classify the pollutants. First is source of emission, second is physiochemical characteristic, and third is effect on life process. Now let's talk about sources of air pollutants. It's very much important. First is natural sources. Natural sources means those air pollutants which are being generated from the natural sources, and man-made activities generate these artificial pollutants. So these all are natural sources: geochemical contamination, photochemical reaction, change in climatic condition, volcanic eruption, gaseous discharge from marshes and swamps, forest fire, drug, fog, radiation fallouts, microbial agent. These all are natural sources. What is geochemical contamination? Geochemical contamination is sometimes the chemical inside our earth, various metals are there, various minerals are there. So sometimes these minerals, when it comes with the contact of water, these releases certain gas. So this is known as geochemical contamination. Similarly, photochemical reaction, minerals are present in the earth, and different elements are also present in nature. So sometime what happen, these element, when these element react with light, this will also release some gas. So this is photochemical reaction. Now similarly, volcanic eruption, gaseous discharge from marshes and times. Yeah.
Can you repeat this photochemical reaction again?
Yeah, what is photochemical reaction? Photo means light and chemical means chemical changes. So because of light, some chemical changes are there. The best example of this is formation of vitamin D. How vitamin D formation happens in our body. So there is a cholesterol. So light falls on this cholesterol and it changes into vitamin D. These all reactions are known as photochemical reaction. Similarly, in nature, various elements are there, various minerals are there. So when sunlight falls on those minerals, they can release harmful gases. So this is known as photochemical reaction. Clear?
Yes, sir, clear, but how it is related to air pollutants, sir?
Yeah. For example, uh, some sulfur element is there. Okay. So sulfur element, if reacting with sunlight and in presence of oxygen, there will be formation of sulfur dioxide. So this gas will be then released in atmosphere, and it will just change the properties of air. It will increase the amount of sulfur dioxide in the air and ultimately leads to pollution.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, now some man-made pollutants. Incineration, if we are burning something for uh, energy like wood, coal, petroleum product. Next is automobile industry. So in automobile industry, oxides of sulfur. Sulfur dioxide is majorly produced from automobile industry. Next, nitrogen, carbon monoxide, smoke, and fly ash. These all pollutants are being produced from automobile industry. Next is oil refineries, iron, steel mills, fertilizer plants, rendering unit, metal fumes, fluorides into the atmosphere. So if some industries are just releasing metal fumes and fluorides into the atmosphere, it will also cause pollution. So these all are artificial sources of pollution. Next, two major group, one is particulate pollution and other is gaseous pollutants. So particulate pollutants are small particles that can cause pollution, and that if it is smaller than 2.5 micrometer, it will just go inside a respiratory system and it can cause allergy and various inflammatory reaction. Other is gaseous pollutant. So gaseous pollutant, they can go to our respiratory system and even pass our respiratory system and can go to our blood and can cause more damage to our body. For example, carbon monoxide is there. So I think you might have heard about certain incident where people were sleeping inside a room without any ventilation, and they were uh, using some wooden stove to get heat in winters. So in morning, people found them dead. That happens because of carbon monoxide. Carbon, whenever you are burning something, if you are burning some wood, you are burning anything, if there is proper combustion, the fire is good, then there will be production of carbon dioxide. But if incomplete combustion will be there, then there will be production of carbon monoxide. So this carbon monoxide is 4 times more harmful than carbon dioxide. It will go to a respiratory system and it will cross the respiratory system and it will enter the blood. In blood, this carbon monoxide just occupy all the hemoglobin. It mixes with all the hemoglobin, and there is no hemoglobin left for oxygen to get transported. And then what will happen? Oxygen will not be available to most of our cells, and if oxygen will not be available to our brain, then there is uh, very much chances of fatality. So particulate pollutants will only reach up to our respiratory system and can damage our respiratory system. But these gaseous pollutants, being gases, these can absorb to our blood and these can cause very much damage to our body. Okay. Okay, primary pollutants and secondary pollutants. How pollutants are being generated, it is the basis of classification. What is primary pollutants and what is secondary pollutants? So primary pollutants that are released, emitted in their natural specific form. For example, you are you are driving a car and from that car SO2 is getting released. So SO2 is getting released from the actual source. So those pollutants which are being released from the actual secondary pollutants. So secondary pollutants will be if these pollutants will go in environment. So these pollutants will react with either other pollutants or any other element. Like if something is already uh, present in our environment, for example, oxygen, hydrogen, these all are already present in our environment. So primary pollutants are those pollutants which are released or emitted from the source. And when these primary pollutants will go to the atmosphere, and if they are reacting with some other pollutants or some other element present in atmosphere, so they will now changed into some other um, molecule, and these are known as secondary pollutants. For example, SO2 is there. SO2 is released from your car. So as it is emitted from the original sources, it is primary pollutant. Now, after some time, SO2 will react with oxygen and it will form SO3. So this SO3 is secondary pollutant. So you understood the difference between primary pollutants and secondary pollutants.
यस सर। सर ऐसे SO3 को ऐसे क्या बोलेंगे, जैसे SO2 इज सल्फर ऑक्साइड राइट,
Huh.
O2 is oxygen, so what is SO3?
Yeah, SO3 is sulfur trioxide, like chemically sulfur trioxide, and one is scientific nomenclature, one is basic nomenclature. I don't know the basic common name of SO3, but it is sulfur trioxide. SO2 is sulfur dioxide. SO is sulfur hypoxide.
And O3?
Ozone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so ozone is also a pollutant. Now see, in which layer ozone is present?
Sir, stratosphere?
Yeah, stratosphere. And stratosphere is almost 50 kilometer from the surface of Earth, from where we are. Ozone is 50 kilometer. So ozone is doing its work in stratosphere. It's blocking the UV rays from coming to the Earth's surface. But if ozone will, instead of stratosphere, if ozone will be present in the environment where we are breathing, then ozone is very much fatal to human body, fatal to animals. It's more harmful than carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. So ozone is also a pollutant if it is getting produced in our environment where we are breathing. So ozone is a secondary pollutant. Why? Because when a single molecule of oxygen is reacting with other oxygen, it will produce ozone. Okay, now air pollution and its control, some of the things we can do to stop air pollution. Separate, filter out particulate matters before releasing the harmless gases into the atmosphere. So this, for example, some industries there which are uh, releasing some fumes which are doing some combustion. So before releasing the harmless gases in the atmosphere, they should check out for the ashes, they should check out for the particulate matter. Use of lead-free petrol or diesel. So this lead is very much harmful for us. So lead is mostly generated through automobile industry because they are using petroleum and diesel. So use of lead-free petrol or diesel is also a very good option. Use of catalytic converter. Now see what are these catalytic converter. Like for example, this is your industry and gases are releasing from here. So catalytic converter are just two rods, one is positive charge and one is negative charge. So we all know all the bodies, all the molecule have some charge. So before passing the air to atmosphere, the air is being passed through these catalytic converter. So some molecule which will have a slightly positive charge, they will be attracted towards negative charge and will be accumulated on this, and those molecule which will be having some negative charge, those will be accumulated here, because we all know positive charge attract negative charge and negative charge attract positive charge. So this is catalytic converter.
Sir,
Next, yeah,
please repeat it once.
okay. So what is catalytic converter? I am just explaining the mechanism of catalytic converter. So just imagine any industry is there which is releasing gases and particulate matter in the atmosphere. So before releasing that directly into atmosphere, what they do, they just pass that emission through a catalytic converter. So all the molecules which are being produced from any combustion, they must have some positive or negative charge. Why? Because they are getting produced from heat. So they must have, just a minute. So they must have some positive or negative charge. So generally, it's a rule, negative and positive charge attract each other. So particle having negative charge will be attracted to this positive side, and the particle will be accumulated here, and the particle having positive charge will be attracted to this negative side. They maintain positive charge on one side and negative charge on other side. Now all the particle will be accumulated either this side or this side. So now the air will be free of the particulate matter, free of particle. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So phasing out of old uh, vehicle. So this is also very much important, and please, new scrap policy. This is very much important, new scrap policy. So we will cover this in current affair. But what is new scrap policy? New scrap policy is like you can't use a personal vehicle more than 15 years. You need to scrap that, or you need to get a fitness certificate for your car, for your scooter after 15 years. So before this new scrap policy, what was the rule there? You can use your car up to any time, up to any extent. So once the engine will become old, it will release more gases in the atmosphere. New engine release less gases, less lead, less sulfur to atmosphere. But once as it gets old, it will cause more pollution. So phasing out old cars, phasing out old scooters will ultimately reduce pollution. Use of low sulfur petrol and diesel. Next is application for pollution level norms. So pollution level norms are there for car, for scooters. What is pollution level norms? Like specific rules for car. So we have BS level, like your car should be BS specific. So which BS is going on right now? Which is the latest BS? You know about this BS?
Sir, what does it stand for?
BS is Bharat something. I forgot the name. It is Bharat, and S is for like I forgot actually. So BS are rules. BS1, BS2, BS3, BS4, BS5, BS6. These are rules, like your car should not emit more than this, your car should not release more than this sulfur. sulfur, your car should use this petrol. So these are norms, these are rules for because what's happening with technology, we are reducing more pollution with new technology. So with BS, we are making these technology compulsory in every cars. Like now, the BS6 is going on. So BS6 means if you are thinking to buy a car, you should check whether your car is on BS6 or not. BS6 are certain rules, like car should not release more dioxide, car should not release more than this sulfur. And this is BS5. We directly jump
Yes, sir.
to BS6. Why? Because the aim in all cars was up to 2030, but we got late and it was not 2020. Then instead of going to BS5, directly started BS6. These are standard. Yeah. Any
Sir, your
question?
voice is breaking and I think it is reaching us late.
Okay, my voice. Okay, okay. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. There is some network issue. Actually, I just stop the screen sharing now. I think it bit audible. So we'll stop here. We'll continue in next class from here. I already shared the slide for this environment pollution. Please go through it once, and in next class we will finish this. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.